Now that we've established the most important search engines, the first thing you need to do is find out if your site is already listed in them. Let's do this now by checking to see if your site is indexed in these 7 different systems. As I presented in the last chapter, Google and Yahoo are by far the most important search services, which include search engines, directories, and pay-per-clicks. So let's start with these two. As of 2004, Yahoo became Google's prime competitor. I'll talk more about Yahoo in the next tutorial. Google is used more extensively by web users, and although hard statistics are difficult to get since so many sites use Google results and the landscape changes almost daily, it's safe to say that virtually every web user on the planet has access directly or indirectly to Google. It goes without saying that Google is very important to anyone interested in bringing increased traffic to their sites. Google will store the first 102K of every page that it indexes, which, by the way, is now in the billions. Since most pages are smaller than this, Google's index stores nearly every word of every page. The secret to scoring well with Google is understanding how to use link popularity, page reputation, and page rank to your advantage. I'll cover each of these very important topics in the next section of the course, which contains chapters covering strategies and tricks to reach the top placements in the search engines. Right now, however, I want to introduce you to some helpful tools to measure these elements on Google. Google provides a free toolbar for Internet Explorer users that puts a Google search box right in your browser. I have one right here in my browser. This can be very helpful to you because, among other things, you can use it to see the page rank or popularity score of any page you are viewing. PageRank is Google's measure of the importance of this page. Here on Google, it gets an importance ranking of 10 out of 10. eBay scores an 8 out of 10. Virtual Training Company's homepage receives a page rank of 7 out of 10, and so on. This information loads within seconds in your computer, and it's definitely worth adding to your browser. To get the toolbar, simply go to toolbar.google.com, which is this page right here. Choose a language you want to download. Notice all the languages this comes in. And then click on the Download Google Toolbar button, open or save the installer program to your computer, and then once it's running, simply follow the directions here for installing it onto your browsers. After you have installed the toolbar, you can use it to gather information about the contents of Google's index. You can apply the following technique to any page, but let's start with your site's homepage. Open your homepage in your browser, and then click on the eye or information icon on the Google toolbar right here, and from the drop-down list, choose Cached Snapshot of Page. If Google has indexed your page, it will load a page here showing what it has in its cache. A cache is a temporary storage area where a file is placed. In this context, a web page is stored in the cache here. It was retrieved on April 20th, 2004. It tells you that this is not the current page of the website, but just what Google currently has loaded in its cache. Google may tell you that it has nothing in its cache for a particular page. This doesn't necessarily mean that the page is not indexed in Google. It could be that Google just has not got around to caching it. Now try this little trick. Go to Google and type in the search box site, and then your domain name, and then do a search. Google will now show you all the pages on your site that it knows about. Read the blue bar at the top of the search result, and it says something like results 1 through 10 of about 20 or 30. If you see this, then you're in pretty good shape, because what that means is that Google has found all 20 pages of your website in its index. If Google does not return any results, try removing or adding the www at the beginning of your domain name. If, on the other hand, Google returns results such as 1 of 2 of about 3 pages or 2 pages only, then you probably have a problem here. What it means is that most of the pages of your website are not indexed by Google and are not in its cache. I cover specific issues relating to getting your pages indexed with Google in a later tutorial.